Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Horn Dawgs Podcast. I'm Jonathan Serta Rowell.
And I'm Steve Big Hearn, Get him again, Hernandez. John's heading off to We're going to talk about some Halloween stuff. You're going to be seeing this.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Mid-November. That's not our fault, okay? We got to stack these up because our boy John's going to go see his lover in New York. You ready to slap some skins?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Get wet?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm really ready to eat some booty.
Yeah. Really?
Yes.
That's something you really look forward to doing?
I have to eat booty if I'm going to fuck. I have to. I can't fuck without eating booty.
Oh my God, that's how I feel about eating pussy. I didn't know.
Yeah, it gets me like very ramped up for it.
All right.
Yeah, and my lover has a very like perfect golden ass.
And he likes you eating his booty.
I hope so.
Yeah. Julia doesn't like me eating her booty.
Well, because she has a pussy.
Yeah. No.
Also, my lover is one of those gay guys who he's so regular.
Yeah.
And so all he has to do is spend 10 minutes cleaning out and he's spotless clean. Me, if I ever want a bottom, 2 hours in there, I'm knee deep in my own shit. I'm like, throwing it out the window, all that stuff. Why do you think the roses out there are looking so good?
These gay guys are always upset. Listen, I've fucked ass before.
These gay guys.
I'm just saying, I don't give it. If you're fucking ass, you're gonna get some shit.
No, that's amateur bullshit. Like I was listening to a bunch of straight. The new fad with the straight dudes podcasting or doing stand up is saying like, getting a guy to have sex, it's super easy. Like anyone could do it. It's like. Yeah, you could get any guy to have sex with you, but having good sex, being clean, if you want it to be a transcendent experience, that's hard.
So
there's a lot of prep.
For sure, no shit with good sex for you.
No.
Oh.
Now, if there's a little bit at the end or whatever, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't want to like come out and it's, chocolate frosting.
Yeah, I guess that when I'm thinking about it, it's a little bit at the end. I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I guess you don't want a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A guy did message me out of the blue on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it was once we started to promote this show.
Yeah.
And he asked me if he could pay me so that I could step all over his face. And he wants to lick my boots clean.
Yes.
And then he wants me to take out my dirty foot and put them in his mouth. And then he wants to lick that clean. And he wants to pay me to do this.
Say it again. He wants you to do what?
He wants me to step on his face so that he could lick my boots clean.
Okay, so
with my boots
with your
on,
boots on. Okay.
And then he wants me to take my smelly, dirty feet out.
Yeah.
This is his words.
Yeah.
And then he wants me to put my foot in his mouth so he can lick them clean. And what do you think about that? Do you think I should accept the money?
That's what's so funny about it. I saw somebody tweet this yesterday, and they said, "I think gay guys love men way more than straight women love men."
Did someone tweet that, or did I say that last week?
No. Well, the straight women claim to like guys, be sexually attracted by men.
Right.
But this, to me, that sounds like guy. Like I understand.
We love men on a level that.
Well, no. I think men. I love women the way this guy just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because I like converted. I did the math in my head.
Right.
A woman stepping on my face and
with
then
her heels.
With some shoes, tennis shoes maybe. I mean, I'm not a freak like this guy, so I don't find that stuff appealing. But a woman's smelly foot then afterwards, or like if she had been into the gym, and her rubbing her little foot on my face and stuff, I can get behind that. How much do you offer?
I don't know. He hasn't given me a price. He just is told me what he wants to do.
Let's figure it out right now.
But no, he's leaving it open for me. What do I want?
What do you think? I have a number in my head, but I don't know.
I was going to really lowball myself because I felt.
I want to hear what your lowball is.
My lowball was 125.
No, my lowball was 300.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
So I could go way higher. I'm thinking this is going to be like a quick thing, but maybe it's not going to be quick.
I mean, what is quick?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think $300 an hour. And this doesn't even include.
And he said no sex. He doesn't want me naked at all.
Yeah. That's still a very sexual thing. $120 that's nothing, Jonathan. Your Uber's going to cost $20 to get there, $20 to get back.
Yeah. Well, the thing is when he said he wants to lick my boot clean and he wants them dirty, That fucking almost made me vomit.
Why?
Because I'm gonna have to watch this guy. Because that's the part of it. He wants me to watch him and like say dominating things.
Then $300.
Sure, but that makes me queasy. Watching someone lick a dirty shoe. Oh God.
Does that make you queasy at all? Julia says no. Yeah, it doesn't make me queasy at all.
Imagine and you step and you're on the bus and you're stepping in urine and cat feces.
Who cares?
I care about his health.
And stop stepping in so much cat feces.
Why do you think I have those big clodhomper boots?
$300. That's an hour. To me, my thing is, listen, when I bartend, a bartending shift, I make. I've changed my thinking to almost anything. $300. That's a day's work.
Yeah.
That I might be that lowballing myself in my own way when I say $300. But if someone asked me to be in a sketch, if someone asked me to do a show, something that sounds like work to me, then I go $300. Yeah. And then if they say yes, then I go, okay. That's a 8-hour shift at bartending at the Chatterbox. So I'll do $300. This, you're not getting anything out of this. This is straight up sex work.
Yeah.
So $300.
Maybe I don't want to cross this threshold.
No, what are you talking? Who cares about sex work? That's cool. I think that's cool. I would respect you more if you did this.
Well, then I guess I'm gonna do it. I guess it worked, guys.
Promise me you'll tell him 300.
Oh yeah, that if I go through with this, I definitely will raise the price.
$300. Yes.
Okay, $300 or more. No, well now
Julia says 5.
Actually, that's what I was thinking.
No.
If you're having to also talk, 5.
Because I have to perform. I have to be in character.
Nobody said anything about talking. There's no his dick's not coming out.
No,
300.
he wants to be yelled at and dominated.
At the same time.
300.
This is a writing and a performing job.
Hey, you fucking faggot pussy! Lick my fucking boot, bitch! Like that.
Full of cat feces.
Lick that that doggy dookie.
Lick that doggy dookie.
Now say it 3 times fast, bitch. Lick that doggy dookie.
Lick that doggy dookie. Gotta lick that doggy dookie.
Gotta lick that doggy dookie. Gotta lick that doggy. That's our theme song.
Hit record. We got a theme song.
And push up the reverb. Gotta lick that doggy dookie. Gotta lick that doggy dookie. We could do a mashup like 3.5 Men.
Please. You've seen that show?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite shows. No,
that's
it's
so funny.
It's bad.
Yeah, but, $300, sex work. You know, I'm a big OnlyFans guy. I'm afraid. I'm so scared. My daughter's being born in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks now. All this money that I've been spending on things that are like frivolous,
like OnlyFans accounts.
Yeah, like OnlyFans. I'm gonna have to rein it in. I've gotten good with my OnlyFans, where I don't feel like I'm spending too much, but it's still like, Julia, how much do you think I spend on it?
I don't know.
How much? Take a guess.
$200.
No, that's too much. But maybe if I'm $100 some months, and that comes with this. You don't know anything about OnlyFans, huh? A little bit. Well, there's some you subscribe to. There's like. I've gotten it as high as like $24 a month. That's like the high end of it. But a lot of times they're like $5 or $10. And some women go, hey, $15, $20, and I'll include videos on it. Like B&G, boy and girl videos. We're fucking. I'll include like good stuff like that with no pay. Because a lot of them too, if you subscribe for $5, they'll have like pay-per-view. So if you want a sex tape with me and my boyfriend, that'll be like $25.
I'm very aware of what you're talking about. I'm a big OnlyFans connoisseur, and I it's so expensive. It just bleeds you dry. I had to stop it completely.
Yeah,
especially those accounts that you pay and then they have another paywall for the good shit. I'm like, get out of here. Well, some people don't even post that much.
Yeah, then I'm like, oh, I got ripped off, whatever.
Yeah.
But for those are generally pretty cheap. I found they're like $5 or something.
Yeah.
But still. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do is I need to get rid of fucking Twitter, because Twitter's the thing.
Twitter has great porn on it.
No. I mean...
I love their porn.
No, but that's where I follow all my sex worker girls. That's where I follow all my OnlyFans girls. And once I get rid of that, like, I'll stop seeing new ones because they promote each other and stuff. I'll stop seeing new ones. And I got to get off fucking Twitter anyway. You've been off it, right?
Well, I have a porn burner, but I don't have any. Okay. No one knows it's me except my last name is there. But that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just to look at dudes. But for a site that has so much porn on it, I love that they rebranded to X. I'm like, that had to have been for porn reasons, right?
No. He's
what a bad
idiot.
Decision.
Yeah, no shit.
That's crazy.
It's fucking Elon Musk. He's a moron.
Well, what I will say about you having a daughter and porn is they say that when the kid comes out, the testosterone level of the father lowers scientifically, because if you stick around, they need you with more docile levels of testosterone so you could be a good father. So you're not going to be out there hunting for poon.
That's not true. I've never heard this before.
You know what? It is true. And do you want to know why?
Yeah.
I said it.
That's not true.
I read that in an article on
And then the
pink.
dad's supposed to
org.
be docile. The dads don't even stick around if we're talking about the human animal.
No.
Yeah.
If they don't stick around, their testosterone levels remain higher.
Julia, I gotta go. She said peace. She threw up a deuce, folks. She threw up a deuce.
Oh, I forgot that you guys reproduce like fucking reptiles, like snakes. As you just slither away into the jungle.
Yeah, because I'm not standing for this tea going down, okay? I like all my testosterone. I want to keep it fucking piling
Well, this is why you start to inject testosterone into your butt.
I know. That's what Tom Segura does. That's what Rogan. That's what all those guys do.
Wow, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why they look so fit and like love working out and doing all this stuff. Kreischer's taking it now. They're all taking tea.
I've been natty since I was born, baby.
You're still young. That's why. Once you hit like 40, it's a whole different ballgame.
No, I'm not. Because I'm staying healthy this entire time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait to do like HGH until like my mid 50s. Okay. I'm not gonna touch it in my 40s.
You think 50s. You're gonna be alive in your mid 50s?
Oh yes, yeah. No, my great grandma Chona, she lived to be 101.
She wasn't participating in filthy gay acts like you.
You don't know about her. Chona was crazy.
Chona,
fucking Chona over there. Yeah. And part Native American too. Like she was crazy. Yeah, she tried to kill my grandpa.
I love hearing about women killing men.
Yeah, and then that's on my dad's side.
I'm telling you, I've talked about this before, I think, but women cheating on men, awesome. Women killing men, you're never like, oh my God, how could she have? I've never thought that in my life.
I thought there was recently a case where it was recent. It was like this crazy lady. She started to beat up her boyfriend.
Cool.
Okay.
I think that's cool.
She was much bigger than him because she was like a BBW and he was like a skinny guy, probably had a big cock or whatever. But she ended up choking him out. Okay. This BBW.
Yeah.
And then she got convicted of murder. And when she was getting sentenced, she in the courtroom, she goes off on her lawyer because I guess she was mad that her lawyer didn't do enough to get a lower sentence. And she starts to be like, yeah, like attacking her lawyer, and everyone's like, oh my God.
Is this in the court?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then she was like laughing at the family, being like, yeah, I'm glad your son's dead. Choked him out. Oh, and she like chopped him up and stuff. She was crazy. So I feel bad for that dude.
I will tell you the one time I've ever felt bad.
Yeah, all he was doing was dicking her down, and she killed him. And I understand that maybe it wasn't good, but he didn't deserve to be chopped up.
I have a friend from high school that is straight up sexually assaulted by a big girl. He's a little guy. He came in. I hadn't seen him for a while, and he came into Chatterbox
with a neck brace on.
No, it's actually it's really sad.
These BBWs be crazy, yo.
It's really sad. I mean, the thing I'm about to tell you, I'm like,
oh, what
this
happened?
is sad.
Okay, yeah, serious voice.
So he met up with her at a hotel or something, or they went to a hotel, and she was on top of him, I guess he wasn't using a condom, which is his fault. And maybe she said, oh, I'm on, or something like that. I don't know. I guess he wasn't using the condom.
I'm so scared right now.
I know. But she was on top of him.
Oh, no.
And then he said, like, please, like, get off of me. Like, he didn't want to finish on her. But she kept working him from the top.
Right.
And she made him come. And stayed on top of him and got his cum. Got pregnant. And I think when I saw him, I think his daughter was like 3 or 4. And he was like, oh, he's like, yeah. And I was like, dude, I think you were assaulted. He's like, I don't know. He was just like, and he's like a smaller guy.
Right.
And he's like, no, I don't know, but he's just paying child support to this woman.
Wow, so she mates like a fucking spider. You know what I mean? We call her Spider over here. You know how the spider women, the female spiders are way bigger than the dudes, and they're always like, "Get in my pussy, bitch!"
They usually kill the men
and
afterwards.
then they rip off their head afterwards,
yeah.
and then they feed the dad's body the babies, and then when the babies get old enough, they go, "And now you must eat me," and then the babies eat them. They're freaks, spider women.
I know like 3-4 guys at Chatterbox, like just regular guys that have like fucked women.
Yeah.
With no condom. Just they met them at the bar, and then the women just had babies.
Wow.
I don't know who these guys are, like not pulling out, but they are coming in these women out here. And girls in Covina, man, these Mexican girls, they want the baby.
They want the pregnancy.
And they got no shame. It's not like back in the day, okay? These women will have no shame being at a baby shower. You'll see pictures, it'd say like baby shower, like a banner, just one woman by herself like this. Just throwing it up. Like, she doesn't care as long as she got that kid.
That's crazy.
And they're just paying child support, fighting with them in court and stuff like that. It's fucked up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he should have worn a condom.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Even when I'm thinking about this big girl who took him out.
It's almost like, I almost kind of respect these women on a certain level, because it's like they played the game fair and square. These women played the game.
The assault is not fair.
Listen to me. They played the game fair and square.
Yeah.
And these guys got.
Yeah.
They got bested.
Not the one who got assaulted. When someone says stop, that's assault.
At a certain point.
When someone says stop, no, Jonathan.
No, I'm talking about as a big girl.
Yeah. Well, what?
If she was, so listen to me. Hear me out.
I don't like where this is going.
It doesn't it take women a bit longer to get to orgasm? And what if she was right there and she was like, "Oh my God, no!" You know how sometimes like women complain, guys will change the rhythm and then completely throw them off of their orgasm.
Jonathan, it's still assault.
I know. Listen to me.
Flip it with the guy. I'm almost there.
Of course.
I'm almost there.
But guys are different.
Why?
Because they're bigger and stronger, except for this little dude.
Like this girl, like this woman, this beautiful BBW who stole that
just
cum from him.
I am pro women having orgasms, you're now going to label me as pro assault? Is this like the online discourse about the Middle East?
Oh man, that sucks. My poor friend just squirming under there. No. Get the worst cum ever. You're like, please no.
I thought you were honestly. I really thought he got off good.
Well, he did get off.
Right.
Good.
Against his will.
Yeah.
Look, and I've been bullied by a woman who sat on my cock and I didn't want her to.
Yeah, but you kind of didn't mind either.
Yeah, but remember, she wore me down.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about an Aziz Ansari situation, okay?
Did he wear her down? Was he
He's trying to wear her down.
For like a year?
No, for one night.
Oh, okay.
You've read the story?
Oh, yeah, but this lady, when I was 17,
let this be a reminder, gentlemen. If you buy a woman a lobster roll and don't let her finish it, you will get a girl.com. What was it?
It was like a woman.com.
Woman.com.
I don't know.
You will get a girl.com article written about you. And then they didn't touch the wine. She said she liked the wine.
What was the thing that he did to her? The claw?
The claw.
The claw. Did he announce it? Did he say, now time for the claw?
Did he announce it? Claw time.
Claw time, baby.
Somebody stop me.
Yeah, I feel bad for your friend, but
I don't think you do.
It's just, I hate to say it, it is just different. Like, it is.
Okay.
It's bad. Look, it's bad.
Well, hold on. That's not even my thing. Is that
bad. You know what I thought happened?
The thing that sucks is that he has a daughter that he has to pay child.
That's fucked.
Yeah. Child support for 18 years because he got assaulted. That sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But I thought it was worse. I thought you were gonna say that while she was riding on him, she broke his cock. Which it would be way worse.
Yeah, I guess if we're setting things up like that.
Because then it's crooked and then it scars with Peyronie's disease.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know from personal experience, but...
When you have sex, does somebody ever... I know it's happened before, but do you like this? Because the first time I had sex with a guy, I had he straight up just missionary style fucked me, threw my legs over his shoulders.
This is something that a lot of our listeners and viewers may not know, is that gay and bi men can have sex missionary style. A lot of people do not know that.
I didn't know that. The first time I hooked up with a guy, before the internet, at least before I was using it all, was I think right after I quit being a youth pastor, and I would leave these voicemails on this it's like a dating line.
Yeah.
And you would just leave leave like a message. This is what I'm looking for, and then guys would fill up with voicemails, like their phone number or something like that. And then to access your voicemail box, you would pay $2.99 a minute or something like that.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
This is totally '90s style.
It's like 2001, 2002,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And so you just write down the numbers real quick, and then you say, hey, you left this thing. Me, I'm saying, hey, I've never had sex with a guy. I'd like to, my mailbox is immediately like,
oh, gays love that. They fucking love it.
Yeah.
It's like straight guys with virgins.
Yeah.
But it's only losers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because why would you want, it's basically,
Exactly.
It's very close to assault. You know what I mean? The feeling obviously it's not because I want it,
Right.
But that's what I mean. The guys who love a virgin or love someone with no experience, the guy's gonna want to dominate them. I feel, right?
Yeah, but it's also because they don't have enough self-esteem for someone who does have more sexual experience.
Yeah.
Because if you did, whenever I've gotten messages in the past from people who are like, I've never had sex before, I usually don't respond or block them. They have to be an impressive specimen.
Hot,
yeah. Because I'm like, well, the sex is going to be bad no matter what they have rocking in their pants. It doesn't matter. It's going to be bad.
The worst sex I've had with women is with like some of the most conventionally beautiful women too.
And same with me with men.
Yeah.
I've had sex with this like 6'1" golden model type with a humongous, beautiful penis. One of the worst sexes I ever had because he was very skinny.
Yeah.
Very, like skinnier than Pete Davidson, but that kind of like gaunt look.
Yeah.
And I remember this was like I was 24 or whatever, and we would be making out, and he would shake like a chihuahua. He would be like, ah! He would like shake.
When you were just kissing?
Yes,
Yeah.
and then he always ejaculated immediately, and
So you did this more than once?
Yes,
Because he was so hot.
I would give him a chance,
Yeah.
yeah. And he was also really nice, and he talked like Kermit. He would be like, "Are you a leading man? Are you my leading man? I think you are."
Did he say that? He must have, right?
Yeah, because he knew that I was like in show business,
Yeah.
but he didn't really know what I did, But one of the nicest people I've ever met,
Yeah.
and I think he may have heard me talk about him on another podcast. And I think he unfriended me.
Oh.
One
time I've talked about this woman that I went on that was a Disney woman.
Yeah.
And one time we still followed each other.
Disney woman.
Yeah, we still followed each other, and then I think I saw on Instagram she like posted some kind of like Disney post about the park and how wonderful it was. So yeah. So I took a picture of that, and I did not put her name in it, but there's a picture and like the caption maybe, and say like on Twitter, and I wrote like, yeah, I told you I dated this woman, right? I was in such a sad place after I dated this woman. One of her friends saw it on Twitter.
Oh my God.
I felt so bad because she messaged me. She's like, I can't believe you like put this. This is like maybe 2 years after we went on 5 dates. And then she's like, I can't believe it. And I was like, listen, if I thought you were going to see this, I wouldn't have put up.
Right.
I was like,
This is your defense.
yeah. I mean, that's true. I was like, I did not want you to see this.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt you or anything. And she's like, I just can't believe. I was like, to be fair, we don't know each other at all. We went on 5 dates. Like, this does not feel like betrayal to you. I am sorry that you've seen this. I'm sorry that I messed up your day and I'm making you feel bad, but I don't regret like making fun of this post of you sincerely loving Disneyland.
You should have just not said any of that and just replied, Disney's for losers, bitch. I don't want to be part of your world.
All right, so at the time, I'm living in Glendora. I'm checking my voicemails. I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
I'm spending exorbitant amounts on my phone bill. And some guy says, I'm in Universal City, which you don't because you've grown up in Eagle Rock, but to grow up in West Covina, San Gabriel Valley, and to come to like City Walk. Now that we're comics and we drive everywhere, we're losers with our time. We don't care. It's going to take an hour to get there. Who gives a fuck? But back in the day, like coming to City Walk or Universal City was like, God damn, I'm going to drive that far.
It's like going to Italy.
Yeah. It's very close.
Yeah.
It's like going to Venice, Italy.
Yes.
And
is that a gondola over there, Dad?
but I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. It was daytime. I remember I had a Billabong polo I really liked. I
Hell
felt like
yeah,
I looked good in it.
Y2K.
Yeah, I felt really good in it.
Billabong,
And
bro.
it was like a big apartment complex, and I like found it, and he like opened up the door, and it was actually now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of a nice place, but he like just grabbed me. And like he's like, come in here.
By the pussy or
No. Well, I don't know. He just grabbed me in, and we started making out like very quick. And he's like rubbing my dick through my pants and stuff. It's disgusting makeout.
ew.
Yeah, awful.
Like he still had like cheddar cheese he was eating.
I don't know. It was
and
just
like
very aggressive. And
slopping all over
Yeah,
you?
yeah. It just didn't start off like in any good way. Which, guys, I'm telling you, slow it down, man. If you're making, there's no reason. You could always speed it up later, but you don't want to start fast when you're kissing. Take it slow, and then once you guys find the groove, then you could kind of get into it. He was not doing that. It was just like, and I was just like, oh my God, like truly stunned.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's go. And he took me to his bedroom. And I had never seen, I didn't know guys could get fucked missionary style.
Wow. So was your little mega church pastor mind blown?
I mean, I just didn't understand.
Was that your fall from grace from the Lord?
No.
I've been lied to. Did you throw the Bible down?
It wasn't good because it like hurt and it was like so fast, no foreplay, no anything like that.
Yeah.
But I was just scared because
Yeah.
it's having your legs over someone else's shoulder. Julia can attest. Is such a vulnerable position to be in, wide open like that. Just like, especially as a bigger guy, I've like never felt handled like that.
Yeah.
And then he's just like,
making contact.
Oh yeah.
Making eye contact.
Yeah, maybe, probably. I mean, I was scared.
You were just scared during one of your first gay sex experiences?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, your whole time wasn't straight up pleasurable when you.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, it's scary at first, right?
Oh yeah, I remember once. I was like really young, so I was like new to like douching and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I had cleaned out pretty good, and I drove all the way to San Pedro, took up with this daddy guy, and at the end of the sex, and it was clean, I had just a tiny bit of like something, and he put it on his finger and he put it in my face, and he goes, "This is a no-no. This is a no-no." And then he washes his hands, and then he like knocks on my head like I'm a dog.
No.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
20.
Yeah,
it was pretty bad. And then he was like, "Do you want to go again?" And I was like, I think I'm gonna take a shower. I'm kind of embarrassed." And he was like, "Okay, just make sure you're clean." And then while I was in the shower, I was like, "I gotta leave." And I told him, "I think I'm gonna go." And he goes, "I understand." Like he was totally like, "Yeah, you fucked up." Do
you think
like he was being such a faggot about shit? You know what I mean? It's like, shut up.
That's what I'm saying. And to wrap up the segment, if you're fucking people in the ass, you might get a little shit on your dick.
As long as it's only a little, it's okay. But they should have done the work. But if they did do the work, you got to give them props.
But you probably didn't do it well. Bring your head over here. Let me.
Do not knock on my head.
I am gonna.
That's gonna trigger me, and then you're gonna wind up like your fucking friend,
What friend?
the one who was paying child support.
You're gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
on my dick.
I'm gonna sit on your dick, and I'm gonna get pregnant.
Yeah.
And you're gonna owe me, and I'll be the first man to get pregnant.
Let me come in that fatty.
And you can't.
Let me come in that fatty. I'll give you $300 a month.
Oh God, that's it.
I don't know.
That's what you give the first pregnant man? $300 a month? Wow. Now I do understand what it's like to be a woman.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Horn Dogs. We started to talk about Halloween. Very difficult subject for me as someone born or raised in a evangelical Christian household. Halloween was never that fun for me. How was it for you, John?
Oh, it was great. I loved it. They would, Yeah, I grew up in a Catholic household, so Catholics love the spookiness, and
Yes.
they love to like mix voodoo and Catholicism or like indigenous spirituality with Catholicism and that type of stuff. So we spider webs and demon masks all over our house, and we also celebrated it right after Halloween, Dia de los Muertos, and so
So you'd actually celebrate that.
yes, yeah, we would go down to the placita and look at the ofrendas, and we would make one at our home to all our like dead ancestors.
Does your
and
mom
stuff.
still do that?
Yeah, she still does. Actually, she has an altar set up year round in her room. I actually helped her like put it up, but I'll do like a one on my own, like a new one.
If you guys
each
don't
year.
know what Jonathan's talking about, just rent Coco, and pretty much you'll figure out the whole thing.
Never
right there.
seen it.
You really haven't? No.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's the Day of the Dead, so yeah. But I loved Halloween. But I did go to a Christian school where Halloween was banned, and once I was caught with a Harry Potter book, and I was pulled in and interrogated about being a witch by a 50-year-old man.
Oh, you know what? I cried the first time I saw Coco. Yeah, I was like moved by it.
Yeah.
And I took my mom to see it, and my mom was like, that was cute. But I could tell she thought it was
Demonic. Yeah.
Witchcraft.
Right. It sucks when Mexicans are like that, because there's a lot of Mexicans and Mexican Americans like that, and it's like, damn, I hate to get all Chicano studies on you, but it's like you're very colonized.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
To think that this like white savior is bothered by all that. The
Yeah.
things you're talking about, all right. I like how like some people are like, all right, we'll mix it up. We'll call it Mother Mary. We'll call it that thing, whatever, but we also worship this other woman like God.
Yeah.
So we'll do these things. We'll mix it up. You can call it whatever you want, but this is the vibe we're going for. And even Day of the Dead stuff, if you don't literally believe in that stuff, is a very sweet, like generous idea.
And it's indigenous. It's not Catholic.
Yeah.
Like all the Catholic stuff came in after the Spanish colonized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the holiday's indigenous. You
Yeah,
know?
I love that, but that is a very, in my opinion, a very like human idea to say
Yeah.
once a year we're going to remember all the people that came before us.
Yeah.
All our family, look at pictures and just love them and send them our energy to the side. That is a cool, very human idea, as opposed to like this bullshit Christianity thing, whatever the fuck that. We don't even do anything like that.
Well, see, not a lot of not every Mexican or Mexican American celebrates Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
Even in Mexico, my mom said that in Michoacan they didn't make that big of a deal. They didn't. I don't think they even went to the cemetery. Like we will go and like visit family at the cemetery too. But in Mexico, my mom said that they just had like a dinner, like a quiet dinner. But other people in Mexico really are celebratory about it. They go out to the cemetery, they put out the flowers, they drink, they like chill out there.
Yeah.
That
sounds cool.
That sounds really
to like
cool.
get drunk and remember like
Yeah.
your loved ones.
But have you been to the Olvera Street down at the Placita, the Day of the Dead celebrations
I
there?
have not, no.
That you should go to. That's authentic. All those families are like Mexican and Mexican American families who have to like apply a year in advance to do public altars, and they're big and they're intricate. And then they have like Aztec dancers, and they have like ballet folklorico, and they have all that stuff. It's good. It's not like there's like more commercial ones where it's like Marilyn Monroe's altar,
I've seriously thought. I remember I when Bane died. I remember thinking, oh, you know what? We should have some kind of Day of the Dead remembrance for our comedian friends that have passed away.
Yes.
But too many of them have sexual assault charges like plaguing them in the afterlife.
Well, here's the thing: we're gonna remember the good parts about them. We're not absolving them of their sexual assault. If they were alive, they would. I'd be behind them getting whatever consequence that they need, but that they deserve. But prison, I guess.
But since they're dead now,
we're gonna deify you as a saint, Richard.
What are some of your favorite Halloween costumes that you can think of when you were little?
Oh God, I was. You know what? I was always trying to perfect the vampire, so I would do it every year. Yeah. I would do it every year because, and I started with the plastic
Vampires,
teeth.
by the way, as gay as it gets.
Yeah,
is like such a gay thing. Have you read any Anne Rice?
I haven't, but I know about the homoerotic Anne Rice
Well,
vampire
I
world.
love it too because I got really into Anne Rice and I've read like all of the vampire books and stuff. And I do love almost all the vampires.
This
in the
is
books,
one of the gayest things about
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Well,
I've gotten into Anne Rice quite a bit, and
Well,
I've read all the books
I will
there
tell you,
is.
almost every vampire in the series, they've been around so long, they just all turn gay.
Of course.
It's like the funniest thing. Not like, no,
Not
but-
exclusively gay.
Yeah, but mostly gay.
Right.
All of them, because they're like, why would I be with a woman when I could be with this man? These are like the greatest love. And women, the women vampires are like the same way.
Yeah.
Like they all turn gay with a long enough timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably in real life, if there was real vampires,
Yeah.
if I was a vampire, if I was immortal, right? I would be fucking horses and shit. Like I'd be taking their big horse dongs because as a vampire, you're not gonna do anything to me. You know?
Yeah, you're not gonna get killed by a
horse dong.
Yeah.
No, like I'll heal. He could literally rupture my guts and I'll heal. Would you?
Fuck a horse? No.
No. Would you say yes to the eternal kiss of a vampire if he gave you the option?
Absolutely. There's never been a doubt in my mind.
Same.
Although I will say, getting older, the more you're like, dude, this thing is. And I've been even last night. I didn't get to bed till I had a late piece of carrot cake. So I was up till like 3 a.m. Julia kept like turning over and looking at me. Okay, I was like, I just can't sleep.
Yeah.
So I'm just like reading. But I've been with my daughter coming. I'm really thinking about mortality, and I was really thinking about this late last night. As I was like, I've got to lose weight because I was like, if I get old enough, my poor family will have to take care of me, and I'll be too fat for my little daughter to be like, to move me around.
Yeah, you'll be like the mom in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
I mean, I was truly thinking about that. I was truly about to be fat old man. And I do my gross like fat things now where I'm like, I'll eat like a bunch of food late at night or something like that. But if I'm old, to be like, still eating like that, and my daughter turns on the light, catches like her fat dad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That would be so sad,
I
but
know.
also hilarious. But another reason why you need to really lose weight?
Why?
Because if a vampire catches you and turns you, listen. If a vampire catches you and turns you immortal, you'll be stuck fat forever.
They never addressed this in the books.
Yes.
I don't know if there are fat vampires, truly.
Well, because they were all made in a time where fat people didn't exist.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah. But that's why you need to get in shape, so that when you're in shape, you can walk down a dark alley at night being like, hey, if it happens, it happens because I'm hot,
Oh, man.
I mean, you're hot now because I do like beefy guys.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't feel unhot. I don't.
It's about health, though,
Yeah.
Because all these bodybuilder dudes are also dropping dead of heart attacks because they're eating like 250 grams of protein a day.
Yeah.
And like doing all these supplements and steroids, and then they die at like 45, and it's like you could have you're like dying like a fat dude.
Yeah.
And they're in the gym like.
I love you perfecting your vampire look.
Oh yeah, by the time I got into my teenage years, I had actual like separate teeth that would go in.
Was anyone appreciating any of this?
Yeah, I really feel like they. You know who were all the girls who were trying to like fuck me because they were like, he's different than other guys. He gets me, and it's like, yeah, he sucks cock just like you.
That is great. I've never had. Well, my mom has this. I dress up now. Famously, I dress up as the devil. You can find me as a GIF. So just put in devil. Actually, if you really want to find a bunch of me and ones of me and Julia too, put in Giphy Halloween house party on your Instagram stories, and you'll be able to use like 30 GIFs of me. Those are ones of me kissing Julia. It's as an angel. It's great. But my mom has this Polaroid of me that I post every Halloween that Alan always appreciates, Alan Strickland Williams. But it's me as the devil, and I'm like 3 or 4, and I'm like smiling big, looking down at a Polaroid camera. And my mom, I'll show her that picture, or I'll talk about that, and she'll be like, one of the greatest regrets of my life.
Oh my God. Damn. Why is your mom this religious?
She's not smart. She's a moron. I'm sorry, Mom. It is, but she's just not. She had her first kid when she was 15.
So did my mom, but my mom's with it,
Yeah, your mom never gave her life to Christ.
No, she didn't. My mom was always like a cafeteria Catholic. She picked and
Yeah.
choose. She was like, we'll leave that. You know?
I think all religion is supposed to be like that. It's supposed to assist us in life.
Right.
It's not supposed to it's supposed to be like salt and pepper.
Guys, religion, all these holy books, they're fairy tales that are meant to provide morals. It's like reading Grimm's fairy tales and taking it at face value. When people take religion so seriously, it's like to me the same as taking Little Red Riding Hood or the Three Pigs or whatever at face value. It's like it's teaching you some type of lesson. It's not literal.
Yes.
Come on.
Well, yeah, I don't, she thought everything was fucking satanic. I'll never forget one year. I loved Teen Wolf. If you were around my age when Teen Wolf came out, there's no greater.
Shot at Eagle Rock High.
Is there really?
Yeah.
I know he goes down.
The basketball court.
Yeah, they go down Colorado Boulevard at one point.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But there's no greater movie that had a greater. I was in second, third, fourth grade when this movie came out. Think about this. You become something that you didn't know you had. You're a loser, which is how I felt when I was in fourth grade. And then you find out you have these powers where you can play basketball good, fuck white girls, get in the school play.
But he was white though, so I don't think it was as much of a novelty for him.
Watch Teen Wolf again. And I don't know if someone said this before. I don't want to be robbing.
He was a light-skinned Mexican.
No. I've never said this online because it sounds controversial, but
yeah.
I do think it is like, what if he became black?
Really?
Oh yeah, because suddenly he's good at basketball. He's fucking white girls.
Yeah.
Have you seen Teen Wolf?
Yes.
There's a scene.
But see, the fucking white girls is like he's white, so
No,
he's not like I'm fucking a white girl.
But it feels explicitly like Boof is his love interest in the movie. His like best friend.
Yeah.
Who's very cute. Has a Semitic like vibe. I'm telling you, I love this thing.
You're really racializing Teen Wolf.
Watch this though. There's a scene in Teen Wolf where he's bowling with the hot blonde girl as the wolf, and her ex-boyfriend who's like a jock.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh yeah." He's like, "I remember my daddy blew off your mama's head when she was stealing chickens from the barn house," and he throws the bowling ball. But that scene particularly feels very KKK. Feels very like loaded. Where like I hung your mom, or I like that. It really does. And if you watch the movie, it feels that way. He's good at dancing as the wolf.
But he starts out white. That's the problem.
I know, but this is all a metaphor. It's all a metaphor for someone who just
it's a metaphor for when people go from white to black.
When for someone who just said don't take things at face value, it's very funny that you are not looking at Teen Wolf in this way.
No. Listen. Yeah. I am just not reading into Teen Wolf so deeply as you.
I'm telling you. Well,
I think it's just a fun movie.
My brother Joey had
I think it's true story.
My brother Joey's about 5 years older than me. He had a long nipple hair. It was like when he was going through puberty when the movie came out, and I was like, we got to be wolves. Like I really, yeah, because he was just going through puberty. But anyway, so I get in my head.
I think that's what Teen Wolf is about. It's a metaphor for puberty. It's not a racial thing. The hair, the like being good at things, having sex with women, all that stuff.
Fourth grade, we're at Kmart.
I think I'm right.
I see this wolf mask, a rubber wolf mask.
Yeah.
It's $15.
Yeah.
Even then, that wasn't that much for a mask. I remember there was like $50 ones. It was like, you're never going to get that. But it was a $15 rubber wolf mask.
Yes.
And I told my mom, I want to be this werewolf for Halloween. And my mom was like, okay, you can do it.
She let you do it despite all her demonry?
She said, we could do it. We'll come back the week of Halloween, and then you can get it.
Yeah.
We go back the day before Halloween, or at least the Halloween like march or thing like that. It's going to be 10 minutes late.
Okay, cool.
And keep that in.
Yeah, we love the like behind the scenes for the fans.
They'll never know. Don't mark it. Don't you mark it. Keep it in.
I'm glad we took up all that time.
It's okay. Now they don't know what I'm talking about, but you're going to wonder.
Our next guest is running late.
Yeah. So we go back there, and I'm going to buy the mask.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, I can't let you do it. It's too satanic.
Jesus Christ. She would have fit in at my Christian school.
There's no werewolves in the Bible.
Well, let's think about that, though, Steve.
I know the Bible.
What about the story of David and Jonathan?
Do you know there's a story of David and Jonathan?
Yes.
You know Jonathan. Do you know about the gay part in
Yeah.
there?
Yes, I do.
How do you know about that?
Because we have the same name, and I like looked for my name in the Bible, and then I felt, oh, this was destined for me to be a
Did
homosexual.
you know about this, Julia? Okay.
No, it has nothing to do with werewolves.
I know, but I do want to talk about this story.
talk
Since we're talking
about this story. Yeah.
All right, so David was a shepherd boy. He kills Goliath years later, so that puts him on like the king's radar.
He's hot,
Yeah, he's hot.
He's hung.
Loves God. He's dancing for God all the time.
naked, carrying a
Truly
giant's
naked,
head.
Yeah. He ends up becoming best friends with King Saul's son named Jonathan. This is his most beloved son. So they become best friends. And there is a verse in the Bible that says, this is very homoerotic, but it says that they loved each other so much that they got naked before each other and like gave each other, maybe it's clothes, I think it's armor, gave each other's like armor to each other. But they always should say like, oh yeah, this was a thing back then.
They traded outfits.
And it's funny. There is like gay shit like that in the Bible, where the pastor or my youth pastor or whatever was like, they did this stuff back then. All right, it was just one of those things, you know.
Yeah.
Or if you really like loved, honored like this your best friend or your guy friend, you would get naked before them and just trade armor with them.
Yeah, and just deep throat their cock real quick. Yeah. Yeah. But they say that in ancient times, whole armies used to like fuck before war and come inside each other so that they would be more emotionally bonded for the war to protect each other. And that makes sense to me, and I think we need to bring that back for our own military.
I haven't heard that particular version.
Well,
of
I
it,
guess you're not reading the things that I'm reading, Steve.
but I do know that Greek men, this is of course a real thing, that they would have armor bearers. So like they're little
Hell
guys.
yeah. They're little guys.
Yeah. And
this
then-
is my little guy.
Yeah. And then they would fuck those guys.
Oh God.
But yeah,
Now, are these little guys just little men, or are they
young
boys?
men? They're boys. Like a
Oh.
12-year-old,
Oh
you know?
my God.
Just rocking, tight ass,
fuck.
tight
Oh, no,
abs.
no.
Yes. It was fine back then.
No, I want to go back to the Bible story.
No, but what's his name was so mad. Brad Pitt in Troy. I forget
Yeah.
the real story of this, but they kill his little man.
They kill the guy he was being a pedophile to.
Yes.
Oh, that must have been so hard
They kill
for him.
his little man, and he gets so mad.
He's like, no, I'm gonna have to find another kid to fuck. Fuck. You know how hard it is.
None of them know how to clean their butthole out right.
They all have small dicks.
Yeah, but in Troy, yeah, he goes all crazy. He's like, you killed my little man. So
You killed my little man.
look what you did with my little man.
No, but this is the Bible story of Jonathan and David.
Yeah.
That's why I've always convinced that if anyone is named Jonathan, they're gay. And because Jonathan is an inherently gay name.
Yes.
You just hear, it's like, you're gay if your name is Jonathan.
Did you insist on being called Jonathan?
No, people just called me Jonathan.
No, but you never said, oh, call me Johnny. That was never a phase for you.
No, people tried to do that, but my parents always called me Jonathan. They didn't like it when
they knew.
Maybe they did this to me. See, if you want to be straight and your name's Jonathan, you shorten it to John. You know?
So no werewolves in the Bible. The Bible would be way cooler if there was werewolves in it. But my mom's just like, no, I can't. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And she's like, well, what about this? I found like an ALF mask, ALF, the Malmachian.
And what did she say to
like,
that?
you can buy this, And I was like, all right.
You can be a fucking alien.
Yeah, I was like, I know we can't afford the full fur costume. And then she was like, we'll find something. We'll figure it out. And so we went home, and my mom had I put on my mom's boots, like she had cowboy boots. And
So
her
you're
jeans,
cross-dressing now too.
Yes, and her jeans, and
Wow.
like a cowboy shirt and a hat, and I was Cowboy Elf.
It sounds like you were. It sounds like you were dressed as Reba.
I was Reba Elf.
Yeah, Reba. I'm a survivor. I think that was Kermit McIntyre.
You're my leading man.
Are you my leading man? I think you are.
And I won the school contest. won
so
it.
stupid.
I took home a pack of markers.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Did she burn them in a fireplace like the mom
No,
from
no,
Carrie?
no. I won some markers.
Your mom is like the mom from Carrie. I picture your mom. This is why I picture your childhood. You know the scene in Carrie where Carrie comes home. She's like, "Mama," and it's like a dark house.
I'm
and then
I'm
the
in
door,
my elf costume. Mama.
the door, and she's looking, and her mom can't. It's silent, and then the door slowly opens, and you see that the mom is hiding behind it in shadows. She's holding a knife. That's what I picture your childhood was like.
Give me those markers.
Did you get your blood? Those boys can smell it on you.
That's not blood, Mom. That's shit. I didn't douche well.
Is I'm a woman, Mama?
That's as good a place to end as
Yes.
any. Hey, thank you guys so much for listening to us. Please tell your friends. Subscribe on YouTube, on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Share our episodes. Share our clips. You find me at Big Hearn on Twitter. Herney on Instagram. What about you, Johnny?
Find me at Jonathan Serradoral on Instagram. And yeah, share us, follow us, please, because you know that we're so nasty that you know the algorithm's going to try to bury us. So
Nasty. Oh, yeah. Give us 5 stars on the podcast app. Give us 5 stars on the Spotify app. Thumbs up, likes, and stuff on YouTube. That's the only way we're going to catch on. So really reach. And if you want to drop us a line, we'll read your letter. We used to do this on the Male Gaze. I don't know why. It's, what is it? Horn Dog Comedy Podcast.
Comedy podcast at gmail.com.
Horn Dogs with an S, comedy podcast at gmail.com. That's right. Horn Dogs comedy podcast at gmail.com.
Dawgs is spelled Dawgs.
Yeah, and we'll drop us a few lines. Don't drop tons of paragraphs, and we'll read it right here online. So drop us that line. Follow us at Horn Dogs Podcast on Instagram.
You got to wrap it up now.
Okay. We love you. We'll see you later.
Bye.